All right, let's talk about a school subject that you probably think you know inside and out. But what if I told you it's not just a class, it's actually a superpower? Yep, I said it. A power that helps you understand your world, your country, and your own place in it all. So today, we're going on a journey to uncover its incredible origin story. No, really, think about it for a second. What if one of the things on your timetable wasn't just about passing exams, but was designed to give you the real-world tools to solve actual problems? A way to look at the past so you can literally build the future? Well, guess what? That is exactly what social studies was created to be. And every great superpower has an origin story, right? This one is epic. We're going to trace its journey from one continent to another, see how it got transformed along the way, and how it finally found its true home, right here in Nigeria. So our story kicks off in the United States. You see, every big idea has to start somewhere, and for social studies, that somewhere was a country grappling with a huge question. How do we build a stronger, better society for everyone? So here's the flight path for our idea. It starts in the USA, that's the origin. Then it makes a really important stop in Kenya, where it gets adapted. And finally, it comes home to Nigeria. Let's start at the beginning in America. Social studies didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It was born from crisis. Think about the world after the World Wars. Societies were broken, and people were searching for answers. There was this urgent, desperate need to teach people how to be good citizens, how to work together, and how to fix all these huge challenges. Social studies was designed to be the tool to do just that. Now, an idea this powerful, it's not going to stay in one place. It started to spread from America to Europe, and then it made its way to Africa. But the educators in Africa were smart. They knew you couldn't just copy and paste the American way. Africa has its own unique history, its own challenges. The subject had to be remade. And that brings us to a game-changing moment. The Mombasa Conference in Kenya. This was huge. You had educators from all over the continent coming together. And their goal wasn't just to adopt this idea, but to adapt it, to turn it into something that could tackle uniquely African problems. This is the perfect way to think about it. It's like a jollof rice recipe, right? You don't just take a recipe from another country and follow it word for word. No way. You take the basic idea, you add your own spices, your own flair, you tweak it until it's perfect for you. And that is exactly what they decided to do at social studies. Make it our own. Okay, so this is the final and honestly, the most important part of the journey. How did that adapted, that jollof version of social studies, finally get served up in Nigeria? Let me tell you, it wasn't by chance. It was a careful, deliberate plan led by some true Nigerian visionaries. It all went down in 3 main steps. First, they tested the whole concept out in a really important pilot study at a school. Then, 2 powerhouse organizations stepped up to champion it, developing the curriculum and spreading the word. And finally, because of all their hard work, it became a subject taught all across the nation, from primary school onwards. So that first step, the Ayatoro pilot study, this was basically the official testing ground. At Ayatoro Comprehensive High School, they built the very first social studies curriculum that was made for Nigerians by Nigerians. This is where the idea left the pages and walked into a real classroom. Now, once the idea was proven to work, it needed some heroes to carry it forward. The first hero of our story is NERD, the Nigerian Educational Research and Development Council. These are the folks who took what was learned at Ayatoro and turned it into an official curriculum for the whole country. And every hero needs a partner, right? The second hero is SOSAN, the Social Studies Association of Nigeria. This was a group of super passionate teachers and educators who made it their mission to get this subject into every school. They worked tirelessly to make sure it wasn't just some document sitting on a shelf. Together, NERDC and SOSN, they were the architects. So, that's the origin story. It's a great story, but you might be asking, why does any of this history matter to me right now? Well, it matters because that mission, that superpower that was built over decades and across continents, it's been passed down to you. Look, this is what it all boils down to. Social studies is a bridge. On one side, it gives you the power to look back, to understand our past, to know our history and the heroes who built this nation. But then, it connects you to the other side, equipping you to look forward, to shape the future, and to come up with solutions for our own unique Nigerian problems.
So, at the end of the day, social studies isn't about memorizing a bunch of dates and names for a test. It's a powerful tool, a tool to connect our past, make sense of our present, and actually prepare us to build a better future for Nigeria.
And that leaves us with one last big question. This superpower, it was brought all the way to Nigeria to empower its citizens to solve society's problems. So, has it worked? Has it fulfilled its mission? The answer to that isn't in any textbook. The answer is up to you. More than that, it's up to you to use that power.